Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me again, and welcome to my first Q&A. Yes, I know I made this video, but I had to redo it because the last time I made it, apparently I accidentally made a bit of a mistake, and I forgot to click mute and mic when trying to screen record. So yeah. But anyways, guys, welcome to my first Q&A, and here I'll be answering your guys' questions that you all have left for me. Let's get started. First question is, did you know that I'm a huge fan of soccer along with the FIFA actual FC games? Yes, I did actually. I've seen your channel and I see that you post a lot of soccer and FIFA stuff. That's good. That's good, dude. Glad to see that you're interested in that stuff. Me personally, I'm not really interested in it because I don't really play sports, but that's good. Good to hear that you are into soccer. Second question is, what's your favorite character of Sea Princess? To be honest, guys, I actually don't really have a favorite character from Sea Princess. I do like the show, it's cool, I find it to be cute and amazing, but to be honest, I don't really have a favorite character. They're all cool. Third question is, my opinion on 2025. To be honest, fuck that year. As much as it was good because, K-pop, Demon Hunters, and the Wings Club reboot, and all those cool movies that came out, finishing junior year, going on to senior year, all this cool stuff happened. I turned 17. There were lots of bad stuff. At the beginning of the year, you know what happened, the LA wildfires, I'm not going to explain that. And, Trump as well, and then, the ICE agents and all that stuff, and so on and so forth that I'm not even going to mention. And, of course, another bad thing is that stupid meme that won't shut up. That I just wish I can grab and burn in hell. And I'm not even gonna say what that meme is. It's those two numbers. You know what I mean. But yeah, that's my opinion on 2025. Just fuck that year in general. As much as I still like it for the good stuff. And the last question is, any thoughts on you? I think you're amazing. Yes, you're an amazing user. You're awesome. You rule. You're for sure one of my all-time favorite users. That's for sure, bro. Keep up your good content. Next question is my opinion on Transformers G1, Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures 101 Dalmatian Street, Mixels, Kif, The Amazing World of Gumball, The Amazing Digital Circus, Aqua Teen Futures, and SMG4. Transformers G1, I think it's a good start to Transformers franchise. I think it's for sure great to see how it all started and everything, and yeah, and of course, I love the movies a bit more, but yeah, I still like Transformers G1. It's a good start to the Transformers franchise. Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures. I actually remember watching that one time on Discovery Family, and I remember I actually liked it. I remember I enjoyed it. Alright, guys, sorry about that. As I was saying, Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures. I remember enjoying that on Discovery Family, and I remember watching on Discovery Family, and I remember enjoying it. I thought it was a good show. So yeah, I think it's a good show in general. 101 Dalmatian Street, I find it to be an underrated classic, that's for sure. Great Disney film. Mixels, to be honest, I don't really have an opinion about it because I never really seen it. I've seen clips of it because I remember it advertising on Cartoon Network, and I remember I used to get back in elementary school, they used to have book fairs, and I used to get a book of that, and they came with 2 figures from Mixels. I remember that. But in general, I never really got into Mixels though. Kif, I've actually never heard of it, so I don't really have an opinion on it. The Amazing World of Gumball, that's a good childhood show right there. I remember watching it a lot on Cartoon Network, and I remember loving it. I find it to be really hilarious, and of course, Darwin's my favorite character, that's for sure. The Amazing Digital Circus, haven't seen it, but it looks good. Aqua and Teen Hunger Force, never seen it as well. And SMG4, I miss you, pal. We all miss you. I miss SMG4 a lot. They were really cool. I really enjoyed them. Third question is, what's my opinion on Tingle, The Princess and the Frog, The Little Mermaid, Snow White 1937, Cinderella 1950, and Bolt 2008. I liked all those films. Yes, all those films are good Disney films. Tangled, I for sure found it, especially Tangled and Bolt, I for sure love those two a lot. Tangled, I remember loving after my cousin who got really into Tangled. She had her birthday into Tangled one time, and she's the one who got me into Tangled. I remember really liking the film. I find it to be just as good as Frozen, that's for sure. Even though I still prefer Frozen, I still like Tangled as well, and still amazing. The Princess and the Frog, I find it to be really good. I find it to be awesome, like the story and everything, especially the plot when they turn into frogs, and like the whole part at the end when they're fighting the villain. It was so hilarious and awesome. The Little Mermaid, I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but I'm assuming you're talking about the original one. The original one, I love that film a lot as well. Ariel is a good Disney princess, and then of course Blunder and Sebastian are cool. Scuttle was also really cool, and I find the sequel to be awesome as well. Probably one of the better Disney sequels to an original classic, that's for sure. Probably one of the only good ones, along with The Lion King 1.5 and a few others, because there was lots of bad ones, like The Fox and the Hound 2. We know not, and RP, do not talk about that film. Alright, sorry about that, but yeah, will you not talk about The Fox and the Hound 2, and yeah. And Cinderella, in Snow White 1937, I think it's a good original, except that, and even though they ruined it with that shitty remake that came out last year that we do not talk about, and I'm not even going to explain more. And Cinderella 1950, same thing, good Disney classic for sure. And Bolt, of course, like I said, my childhood show right there. Not childhood show, childhood movie right there. I remember really loving the movie every time it played on Disney Channel. I remember watching a lot on Disney Channel because when I was younger, I used to watch Disney Channel, and Bolt would always be advertising because they would be announcing that Bolt would be playing on a certain day, and I remember loving Bolt a lot. And I really like Bolt, the dog, of course, and Mittens is also really cool. I can see why Stampy named his his cat Mittens, because he looks exactly like Mittens from Bolt. And Rhino, of course, he's for sure a hilarious character. Next question is, what's my opinion on Sailor Moon? To be honest, I've heard of it and it looks good, but I never actually watched it. But it looks good though. I'm glad that you like it though. But yeah, I'll for sure try to watch it one day. My next question is, what's my opinion on Band of Brothers 2001? To be honest, I've never actually seen it or heard of it, so I can't really say too much. Next question is, what's my opinion on Final Space? To be honest, I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it. But once again, it looks really good, so I'm for sure gonna watch it. I might watch it one day. I can see that why one of my best users really loves that show, and I can see why. It actually looks pretty cool. I'm gonna try it. I'll try my best to watch it one day, that's for sure. It looks really good. Next question is, what's my opinion on Spider-Man No Way Home? I find it to be the best in the Tom Holland franchise until Spider-Man Brand New Day. I cannot wait for Spider-Man Brand New Day, that's for sure. But yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home is for sure one of my favorite Marvel movies and the best of the Tom Holland franchise, at least for now, until Spider-Man Brand New Day. But yeah, I liked how they brought back all three Spider-Mans and that final battle. It was awesome. Can't wait for Spider-Man Brand New Day, that's for sure. And yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home for sure, one of my favorite Marvel films for sure. Even though I still prefer Spider-Man 3 and then Cross the Spider-Verse a bit more, and I also cannot wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse next year. Next questions are, 1. What's my opinion on the Bad Guys films, F1 the movie, and Wicked films? The Bad Guys films I really enjoy. I really like the first one a lot, but I like the second one a lot more. It was for sure one of the best sequels out there, and for sure one of the best DreamWorks movies since then. And I find it to be really good. F1 the movie, I don't really have an opinion on, never really seen it, and the Wicked films, I freaking love those movies, yes. And next question is, what's my opinion on Trollstopia, She-Ra, and the Princesses of Power 2018, and A Kind of Spark? Never seen them, so I can't really say much as well. And any thoughts about me? I think they're cool, yes. Next question is, what's your favorite game console for your childhood? I've actually had quite a lot of gaming consoles, because I remember I used to have the Wii, I used to have the PS3, I remember those two. I remember enjoying playing those two, so I gotta say maybe the Wii and the PS3, because I remember enjoying playing them a lot with my siblings, and I really enjoyed them as well, so yeah. I gotta say PS3 and Wii. And I remember playing the original Mario Kart on the Wii, and I remember really loving it. And I can't wait for the Mario Galaxy movie, which comes out tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching it later this week, probably Friday or Saturday, by the way, guys. And the PS3, I remember playing lots of games on there, like the original Call of Duty games. I remember playing that on the PS3, and it was awesome. Next questions are, and before I answer your questions again, this right here, guys, is as you guys can see, Santiago told me that is the one who told me that they couldn't hear me speaking because I forgot to click media and mic when I was about to screen record, so that's why you guys couldn't hear me the first time. But anyways, one, my opinion on Lazy Town, well, never really heard of it, I don't think, so don't really have an opinion. And 2, what's my opinion on Blue's Clues? Well, what's it called? I've seen a little bit of it, and I remember really enjoying it. 3. Any favorite users? Yes, I have quite a few favorite users. I'll show you guys them right. Boom, boom, as well. Another one right here. Another one right here, and more. Yes. For example, all these guys right here. There are also more, by the way, guys. There are also a few other users I forgot to add on here, but for the most part, some of my favorite users are these guys right here. And just letting you guys know, I have a few more users, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much right there. And there you have it, guys. So that was my Q&A. That's all for now, guys. So I'm gonna be hanging out now. And feel free to ask me more questions and I'll answer them soon. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching and goodbye.